So you want to know how to prioritize your day, how to structure your time. You just don't got enough time in the day, and the day just disappears, and it's just like all of a sudden it's just like boom, it's gone, just like that. Like I'm gone. See you. I'm just kidding. What's going on, guys? My name is Kris, the founder and CEO of ActivAge Daytime Senior Care. Before we get into this video, we need you to like, comment, subscribe, show a little love, because I need to feel it. I need it. Today I need it. Today's been one of those days. You know, like we're having one of those days where you're just like, I just need to feel a little appreciation. And hey, a like, a comment, and a subscribe, it goes a long way. So thank you for that. That being said, let's get into it. Very important topic. I happen to have recently come across this, and I'm sure many of you know the story about the rock and the pebbles and the sand. I mean, look, I've heard about it. It's been shared over the years. Probably read it in multiple different books. But I was having a phone call with someone the other day, and as we were kind of like helping me prioritize my time and helping me understand like where I should be spending my time and how to block out time versus when to do certain activities. And like I've been kind of having this like existential crisis of like, I don't got enough time in the day. What do I do? How do I structure my day? And so we went through this exercise together, and it really brought a lot of clarity to my life. So I thought I would share it with you, So this one's this is a personal one because I'm going through it myself. But when I like learned what it truly meant and how to use it, it's really starting to make an impact, because it's helping me understand how to manage my calendar, which is something I haven't done for a while, because for the most part, everyone else seems to manage my calendar. So that being said, what are rocks? Rocks, these are long-term projects. These are projects that might take a quarter, might take 90 days, might take 2 months. The reality of it is that a rock is not something that you can complete in one day. There's just not enough time in one day to do a rock. And so that being said, it's important that it's a long-term project. You need to know that rocks, they are important, but they're not urgent. So there's not an immediate need to finish this rock, but it's important to the like overarching larger picture, okay? So you know that you gotta get it done, but there is no sense of urgency. So therefore, you have to give yourself an extended deadline with certain milestones along the way, okay? So is it a 90-day deadline? Good. It's a rock, it's a quarter. What can you do within the next 90 days to achieve that rock, okay? So then you break it down into, what could you do weekly? Because look, 90 days or 3 months is approximately 12 weeks. So what could you do every single week to like make some sort of progress towards that overall rock? Maybe you're like, all right, I'm gonna spend 2 hours every week doing and working on this project. And that is gonna turn into what? 2 hours, every single week, or maybe 2 hours twice a week, whatever the case might be. Over the course of, say 90 days, that could be 20 hours. That could be 40 hours worth of work that you were able to do over the course of 12 weeks, okay? Now, you plan it out, you put it on your calendar, and if you're like me, where you're like most clear-headed in the morning without distractions, you can focus on it, then you put this on your calendar as something that you're gonna start your day with. And you're gonna block out a period of time as if you were gonna hop on a call or go into a meeting with someone. You block out this period of time and you go work on that project. And you try to like stay within that like period of time. Like as you're coming to the end of that 2 hour period, or however long you blocked out for this project, you wrap it up, make whatever notes you gotta make, and know that you're gonna work on this project next Tuesday, because this is the project that you do every Tuesday in the morning from 8 to 10. I'm just giving you an example, but the idea is that you create some structure around it, because if you do this for 2 hours a week over the next 12 weeks, you're gonna hit the goal and you're gonna eventually accomplish the rock and get it off your plate. But now the thing is it's important that you do that, because it's an important thing to your business, to your life, to your schedule, to your time. But most people never hit their rocks because they don't plan it out. They don't dedicate time aside, and the rocks continue to get pushed off, and then people get stuck in a place where they operate out of like this reactive mode of putting out fires all day long. And typically rocks are things that are gonna prevent fires, but because you may not have the time or the structure or the discipline to work on them, all of a sudden you become a firefighter and you put out fires all the time. Every single day. You walk in, it's like, fire, 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 fire. And you're like, and you're just like, what do? Where do I turn? Like, where's the fireman? Oh, I am the fireman. Anyways, pebbles. Pebbles, they're important, maybe a little bit more urgent. Okay, so pebbles, they can typically be done within a day, meaning it's some sort of a project that's not gonna take you 90 days. It's not gonna take you a week. It's gonna be something that you could probably do within a day's time, okay? So it might just take effort to sit down and actually get it done, but you know you can complete this project within a certain period of time. So typically maybe it's a 2 hours or less project. It's important and it may be urgent. Maybe there may be a deadline where it needs to be completed by the end of the week, but you guys sit down and focus for 2 hours. Okay, so you can put that on your calendar, you can block it out. But you do these things in this order. You make sure you prioritize your rocks, then you work on your pebbles, and then last but not least, you work on the sand, okay? And the sand is all the minutia. It's the little it's the stuff that gives you the most satisfaction because you can cross the most off your list, but it doesn't move the needle, okay? So if you wanna make progress and you really wanna make change this year, you wanna make sure that you save the sand for last, okay? Because the sand is gonna be like returning emails, following up with text messages, doing your social media posts, doing these typical to-do items that are on your to-do list where you could knock out 15 in the next hour. Those are sand. Those are the small little things that you're gonna do in your day, but they don't necessarily move the needle, but you gotta get them done, but save those until the end, okay? Treat them like a little treat, okay? You worked on your rock, you completed your pebble, and you get to go and you get to now have some dessert. And dessert is the satisfaction of done, 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 done. I knocked all of these little things off my list. Like I said, it could be emails, phone calls, follow-ups, all the little stuff that you got to take care of and do in your day. But structure your day this way: rocks, pebbles, sand. Now, the best thing to do is take this and at the end of each day, where did I get on my list of things to do? And reprioritize, reshuffle those things around for the next day. So there might be commitments that you already have in the next day. Whatever those commitments might be, you're gonna put these things, starting with rocks, then pebbles, then sand, and you're gonna build those into your day. Of course, leave yourself some margin. If you prefer maybe 15 minutes, if you're gonna schedule your time out, maybe give yourself 15 or 30 minutes, however much time you might need in between each project to handle the day-to-day stuff. But these you're gonna schedule, these you're gonna schedule, and these can stay on your to-do list. So I hope this was helpful. I know this was super helpful for me, so especially when I started to understand what the difference between a rock was versus a pebble, and obviously sand, and then prioritizing my entire day based on rocks, pebbles, sand. That to me is life-changing. So I'm even changing the way I schedule my meetings, and when I allow people to book a meeting with me, is I make sure that those things are in the afternoon, because now I've had the morning to use all of that clarity and all that brain power and all that. For me, writing in the morning, doing deep work in the morning, doing things that require a lot of brain power, getting that stuff out of the way before noon is my goal. That's my objective now. So now I've made my entire schedule where I'm starting to rearrange all of my other things so they fall in the afternoon, and so I can do all those little tasks maybe from noon on. So little hack for you. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this makes sense. Appreciate you guys joining me. If you want to learn how to open your very own adult daycare, go to adcpro.com. Join us for a monthly webinar. It's completely free. Make sure you check out our private Facebook group. And if you're interested in owning your very own ActivAge, go to activagecare.com/franchise. We'll see you on the next one. Peace. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to learn how to open your own adult daycare center, go to adcpro.com. If you'd like the latest business tips, click here, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Click here. We'll see you guys next time.